Good evening, Mayo Spartan hockey fans. Welcome to a Thursday night matchup between your Spartans and the Red Wing Wingers. Spartans are coming off a win on Tuesday night against Austin. JV won 8-1. Varsity high-scoring affair ended up 8-5. So hopefully the Spartans can build some momentum coming into the weekend. Varsity has an outdoor game against Century on Saturday, 10 a.m. It's going to be a chilly 5 degrees during the game. One minute left in warm-ups, and then we'll have puck drop momentarily. Personnel changes for JV. Looks like we have Fionn Piddock playing JV as well as Gavin Clark. Not sure if we'll get them for all 3 periods or just 1 or 2 periods. In net, we have Colin Blommel, who's been doing a stellar job for the JV squad. All right, starting for your Spartans, we have Fionn Piddock at center with Aaron Harding and William Preby. Back on defense, we have Logan Dinsmore and Grayson Yank. All right, Spartans win that face-off back. Yank tries to center that. That's intercepted. Battle along the boards. Puck gets sent into the Spartan zone. Yank after it. He's pinned to the wall. Fionn Piddock goes in there to help out. Loose puck in the slot, picked up by the wingers. It whiffs on the shot. Cross ice pass to Harding's just off target. Icing's waved off. Preby picks the pocket of the Red Wing winger, does a little spinorama move in the corner. Heavy check by Lamers on a Red Wing winger in the corner, knocks his man down. Net came off the moorings, so we'll have a face-off in the Red Wing zone. 14-12 in the first period. Oh, for your Spartans, we have Finn Morey stepping in with a draw with Lamers and Brandt. Anderson and Brenhog at the point. Loose puck picked up by Red Wing, chipped out. Red Wing coming in for a break. Brandt in after it, shot, turned aside by Blommel. Red Wing's able to keep that puck in the zone, chipped out. Morey picks it up, moves it to the middle. Just a little ahead of Anderson. Brandt over, sends it in low to Anderson. Anderson tries a center. Goes all the way to the near side, no one home. Still in the corner. Sent up and out of the zone by Red Wing. Brenhog Anderson cross ice. Lamers wasn't quite looking for it. That goes through his skates. Red Wing will pick that up. Loose puck picked up by Lamers. He comes in the zone. Shot, that's deflected up and out of play. Red Wing with a shorter bench. Your Spartans, they have 2 lines for Red Wing as opposed to your Spartans 3 lines. Dozois in the corner, cycles it back to Pendergast. Pendergast tries to give a return pass. Brady all alone in the slot. Shot, that's over the net and out of play. Brady steps in on this face-off. Puck's in some skates, sent down low, Pendergast chasing. Kept in by Dinsmore, gloved by Red Wing, sends it to his D partner. Tries to hit a streaking forward. That's played with a high stick, but no call. Thomas Preby moves it over to Dozois. Dozois comes through the neutral zone, enters the zone, looking to make a move, goes wide. Attempts a centering pass, goes into some skates. Still with possession. Moves it to Brady. Brady kicks it to a stick. Red Wing exits the zone. Shot towards the net in some skates. Still loose puck shot. Gloved by Blommel. Pendergast in the corner battling. Red Wing moves out to the point, but that's out of the zone. Red Wing makes one move. Their man's still offsides. Preby in the corner, moves it up to Pendergast. Piddock digs a puck out, intercepted by Red Wing. Puck still loose. Piddock in hard after it. Red Wing player loses a edge and goes down. Picked up by Piddock, knocked off his stick. And Red Wing grabs that loose puck and sends it in on Blommel, and Blommel will glove that one, and we'll have a face-off with 11:40 left in the first period. Piddock steps in on the draw, won by Red Wing. Loose puck kept in. Sent in low, Yank to pick it up. He rims it around to Thomas Preby. Red Wing pinching, they keep it in. Centering pass is deflected. Sent back to Yank. Yank moves up to Preby. Dangerous pass. Puck is sent in low by Anderson, and Spartans will go on the forecheck. Preby in after it. Brenhag up to Anderson, just a little in front of him. He'll flip it in the zone. Still kept in by Morey. Morey looks to center, and that's waved dead, and looks like we'll have a hand pass, so that face-off is going to come out of the zone. We have Morey, Lamers, and Brandt up front with Dinsmore and Brenhag. Morey in on the draw. He wins it to Brenhag. Brenhag reverses it back to Brandt, just ahead of him. Brenhag grabs that puck again, chips it up to Brandt. Brandt looking cross ice, hits Lamers. Lamers comes through, loses possession, puck comes out. Dinsmore in the skates of Brenhag. Brenhag will turn and fire that up ice. Grabbed by Red Wing. Brandt will send that back. Morey tries to go cross ice. Red Wing enters the zone. Shot towards the net's deflected by Dinsmore into the corner. Red Wing will come through the zone. Loose puck in the slot. Blom will jump on that. Red Wing outplaying your Spartans early in the first period. Brady in on the draw. Yank goes in the corner, tries to rim it around, doesn't get everything on it. Puck is loose in the corner. Red Wing picks it up. Dozois up to Brady, and the door came open. We'll have, loose puck, bouncing puck in Brady's skates. He can't quite find it. Brady takes out a Red Wing player at the blue line. Pendergast moves up to Dozois. Dozois coming through, tries to make a nifty move. Brady centers, no one home. And that's going to come out of the zone. Anderson up to Dozois. Dozois tries to tip it in the zone. Doesn't make it through. Dozois tries to make a move around one guy. Loses the puck. Still loose. Dozois tries to come around the front. Whiffs on the shot. Puck still loose. Another shot. That's turned aside by the Red Wing goaltender. Brenhag centers. Deflected by the goalie and goes behind the net. Pass intercepted by Piddock. He comes in the zone, beats one guy, beats the second guy. Cross ice. Nice one-timer by Ethan Pendergast. Beats the goaltender to put your Spartans up 1-0. Go back and look at the replay on that one. Piddock intercepts that, beats one guy, jumps around another guy. Cross ice pass, one-timer by Pendergast. Nice play. Puck in the Spartan zone. Out of the point. Red Wing shoots that. Loose puck. Blommel's able to grab that and freeze it. Piddock in on the draw, wins it over to Brenhag. Brenhag rims that puck around to Harding. Harding not quite able to clear. Kept in. Red Wing tries to center. Intercepted by Dahl. Piddock coming through. Attempts to center it, just off target. Red Wing coming in on break now. Coming in shot. That goes wide and around. Kept in at the point by D. Almost tipped on that shot. Dinsmore in the corner. Moves it up to Dahl. Dahl loses it. Red Wing coming through. Another shot. Loose puck. Blommel can't find it. Goes in the corner out of danger. Piddock's trying to dig that puck out. Still trying to dig it out. Moves it up to Dahl. Dahl can't quite get that pass off. Red Wing is going to try to go through some skates. Intercepted by Dahl. He comes through 2-on-2. 2-on-4 opportunity with Harding. He goes wide, tries to center it. Deflected in the corner. Dahl picks it up, centers again. Knocked off Maury's stick. Now we have a 2-on-1 opportunity for Red Wing coming through. Tries to go through Yank's skates, and he's able to knock that puck to the corner. And the puck is chipped out and up and out of play by Red Wing. 7:10 left in the first. Red Spartans are up 1-0 halfway through the first period. Morian on this draw, wins it forward. Lamers not able to chip it out of the zone. Puck is still loose. He knocks his guy to the ice. Yank to Maury. Maury tries to go cross ice, intercepted, sent back down low. Dinsmore pins his guy. Lamers comes in to pick it up, cycles it back. No one home. Brandt over to get that puck. He's battling against a winger. Puck is still tied up along the boards. Red Wing attempts to center. Puck is loose. Puck is still loose and bouncing in front of Blommel. Spartans having a tough time breaking the puck out. Puck is sent all the way down the ice. And we'll have a face-off back in the Spartan zone. White, Brady in on the draw. Trying to dig that puck out of the dot with the skates. Still loose. Grabbed by Anderson. Hits Pendergast at the far blue line. He tries to reverse it and falls down. Picked off at the blue line by Preby. Chips it over to Brady. Hops his stick. Pendergast will come through. Looking to move it. Just decides to move it to Anderson at the point, who's able to keep that puck in and send it low. Brady loses an edge and falls down. Shot towards the net, tipped, and that is up and out of play. Now we have Pittock, Harding, and Preby up front with Dinsmore and Brenhog. Pittock picks up that puck, fires from a sharp angle. That's deflected up and out of play. Pittock steps in on the draw. Loose puck on the dot, knocked aside, picked up by Red Wing. They send it in low, Dinsmore into retrieve. He's ridden into the boards by a winger. Puck on Harding's stick coming through the zone. Trying to beat one guy, makes a move, shot. Goes out of play. Five shots aside for both your Spartans and Red Wing. 5 minutes left in the first period. Puck on the dot. Harding came in to grab that. Falls down and is picked up by a winger. Red Wing comes out of the zone. 2-on-1 opportunity again. Hooked from behind by Pittock. And wasn't able to get a quality shot off. No call on that. Good back check by Pittock to disrupt that shot. Gives Blomel an opportunity to get square to the puck and save it. Now we have Morey, Lamers, and Brandt out with Yank and Anderson. Anderson goes around his net, reverses it back to Lamers. Lamers up to Morey, goes through his skates. Brandt picks it up, comes through, enters the Red Wing zone, decides to go wide. Sharp angle shot, that goes high. Not kept in by the Spartans. Yank goes back, comes around his net, is bothered by a winger. Tries to hit Morey, that goes through a couple of bodies. It's on net, so no icing. Morey in after it. Loose puck in the corner. Kept in by Brandt. Centers it to Morey. One-time shot saved by Red Wing. Red Wing goes for that stretch pass into Yank's skates. Sent behind the net. Anderson will pick it up. He'll rim it around. That goes through everyone. We'll have a face-off in the Spartan zone with 3:48 left in the first period. Brady in on the faceoff, wins it back to Dinsmore. Dinsmore chips it over to Dozois. Dozois tries to get up to Brady, can't. Kept in by the Red Wing defenseman. Loose puck at the blue line. Brady trying to jump around a couple of guys. Shot, that gets blocked. Brady has the puck in the corner, cycles it back to Pendergast. Pendergast back to Brady, through some skates. Dozois picks up that loose puck, fires it, that goes wide. Dozois still with the puck. He's hauled down, no call. Preby walks in, shot, off some skates. Cross ice pass. Dinsmore steps up, bothering that winger player. Loose puck picked up by Dozois. Dozois tries to go cross ice just ahead of Pendergast. See if Pendergast can beat the icing call. Icing's waved off. Chipped up. Dinsmore able to keep the puck in. Brady picks up the loose puck. Dozois, Deke, not quite able to tuck in that backhand pass. Still possession. Moves up to Preby. Shot from the point. Loose puck. Rebound saved by the Red Wing goaltender. Nice shot, nice low shot by Preby. Generates a rebound opportunity for Dozois. But the Red Wing goaltender, number 30, Mason Chaska, is able to make that second save. Brent Hogg moves it over to Yank. Yank chips it in low. Dahl in the corner. Now Thomas Preby in the corner. Centers to Piddock. Piddock shot. Crossbar and out. So Dahl being hooked. Grabs that puck. Is able to enter the zone again. Tries to center it. Off target. Thomas Preby knocked to the ice. That doesn't happen often. Now Red Wing has an opportunity. 2-on-1. Loose puck. Blommel. Nice job by Blommel. Is able to turn that scoring opportunity aside. Anderson on the near side. Centered by Regwing, is deflected. Dahl up to Thomas Preby. He loses it. Red Wing looking for that stretch pass again, and we get behind the Mayo defenders once again. Piddock in to help out. He goes cross ice on target. Thomas Preby jumps around one winger. Sends that puck just a little too far. You can't catch up to it. Sent back in by Anderson. Spartans will have to tag up. Morey in after it. Loose puck along the wall. Goes through some skates and into the Mayo zone. Anderson, he'll rim that puck around. Blommel back to play it. He sets it up for Preby. Preby cycles it back over to Anderson. Anderson tries to go cross ice. Puck loose at the Spartan blue line over to Dahl. Dahl has his pocket picked. Red Wing makes one move around Anderson. Comes in, shot, and beats Blommel 5-hole on that. Anderson stepped up to the blue line and just missed the Red Wing winger who jumped around him, came in on break, is able to fire that 5-hole to beat Blommel to tie the game up 1-1 with 25 seconds left in the first period. Oh, for the Spartans, we have Morey with Lamers and Brandt. Yank and Dinsmore at the point. Morey wins that forward and sends it in low. Lamers in, sends it Morey. Loose puck. Nice job by Morey to try to get that puck back. Red Wing comes back behind the Spartan net. Dinsmore up to Lamers. Lamers up to Morey. 2-on-1 if Morey and Brandt hustle. Morey elects to shoot with time running out, and that's in some skates. So we'll go into the second period tied up at 1-1. We'll have a couple of Red Wing wingers heading to the locker room. Likely played their one period of JV hockey.
My name is Jake Kirsch. I'm the Director of Performance here at ETS Rochester. We've been super fortunate to collaborate with Mayo boys hockey for the last 6 years since we came to town. We've served dozens of the athletes that came through that program that have gone on to do amazing things, and it's been awesome to facilitate their training and help set them up for success.
My greatest change has been my speed. I've gotten a lot quicker. I'm a goalie, so I get to the puck quicker. Overall, I just feel a lot more comfortable. I feel a lot stronger, more confident. Training at ETS is more like one-on-one with the coaches. In other places, it's normally just one coach and like 20 kids.
I feel like the coaches push us a lot more here than at like any other gym.
I'd say the atmosphere is more intense.
I like how we have our own sheet here at ETS, individualized for each person to help us get better at what we need to get better at.
Something that's super important with hockey players and the exposures they get throughout the year of always being on the ice and playing is taking care of their body, and we're super fortunate to be the ones helping keep their bodies resilient, strong, fast, so they can take the athleticism development that they've gotten with us and transfer it to the ice. So with hockey specifically, all the opportunity to play throughout the year where they're always on the ice takes a ton of wear and tear on their body. And so with us being able to individualize programs that are built out, whether they're in season, out of season, helps keep them fast, keep them strong, keep them resilient so they can handle the demands of sport.
Yeah, being here at ETS, really it feels like a family.
So from our team at ETS Rochester, we wish our Spartans good luck this year. Go dominate.
All right, teams have switched sides. We'll have 15 minutes on the clock. Tied up 1-1. Red Wing giving your Spartans everything they got. We had a couple Red wingers leave the ice and a couple more entered. So with the shorter roster, a lot of the Red Wing winger players have to play both JV and varsity. Red Wing with possession. They send it in low. Yanking after it. Sends it up to Brandt. Brandt goes cross ice to Lamers. Lamers comes through. 2-on-1 opportunity just ahead of Maury. Lamers grabs that. Tries to send it in low. Knocked off his stick. Still loose. Lamers. Slot shot. That goes wide. Maury's hauled down behind the net. Lamers digging the puck out. Red Wing almost got behind the Spartan defenseman. Now Maury in low. Bouncing puck. He's knocked to the ice. Still loose. Branton after it. Moves it to Maury. One-timer goes off the side of the net. Rimmed around. Dinsmore pinches. Maury's hauled down in front of the net and draws a penalty. Looks like the goaltender got a penalty on that one. Interference call on the winger goaltender, number 30, Mason Chaska. Hauled Maury down in front of the net. The Spartans will go up on the power play early in the second period. Out on the power play, we have Brady, Brandt, Brenhog with Pendergast and Anderson. Branton on the draw. He wins it back. Bouncing puck. Still bouncing. Pendergast moves it down low. That's going to go behind the net. Picked up by Brady. Attempted clear. Anderson shot. No goal. Still loose. And that's getting waved off. But the referees will have a conversation after that one. That sure looked like it went in on the shot from Anderson. Puck ended up behind the goaltender, and Spartans kept digging. And the call is going to stand, no goal. And we'll have a face-off on the right-hand side of the winger goaltender. Spartan coach having a conversation with the referees, want to understand what that call was. The whistle hadn't been blown. The puck went in on the initial shot from Anderson. No whistle, now was waved off, so the Spartans kept digging, ended up in the net again, but that one was waved off. Pendergast down to Brandt. Brandt up to Pendergast. Pendergast back to Brandt. Brandt moves it down low to Brandhog. Brandhog walks out, moves it behind to Brady. Out at the point, cross ice to Brandt. Brandt tries to send it through. That's deflected in the corner. Brady will move it back up to Anderson. Anderson over to Brandt. Hops over his stick to Anderson. Anderson comes through the slot. Shot, loose puck. Still loose. And Brandhog is able to bury that rebound to put your Spartans up 2-1. Nice job by Anderson working in the middle of the ice. Brandt is able to feed it. Nice low hard shot by Anderson generates a rebound, and Brandhog is able to put that in the back of the net. Red Wing tries to go cross ice, almost intercepted by Harding. Shot all the way down by Red Wing on net, and Blommel is going to have to force to freeze that. Piddock in on the draw. Won by Red Wing. Loose puck scooped up by Dahl. Still loose, still bouncing in some skates. Harding trying to fight through it. Loose puck in the corner. Dahl in after it. He loses his stick. Piddock gets into the fray. Dahl is forced to retreat. He goes cross ice to Harding over his stick. Piddock in hard after it, is almost able to pick the pocket of the Red Wing winger. Loose puck at the Spartan blue line. Dahl picks it up, moves it over to Harding. Sorry, Piddock. Piddock shot. That's tipped. Morey steps in for the draw. Puck is won back. Yank pinches, not able to keep that in. Anderson will bat that down the ice. Red Wing will send it back, and that's going to go the length of the ice. Morey steps in on this faceoff. Tries to win it forward. Bouncing puck goes behind the net. Centering pass. Dozois, backhand. Still loose. Lamers tries to center again. Morey cycles it back low to Lamers. Lamers out to the point. Yank walks towards the middle. Shot through some skates, and that's deflected wide. Morey turns and fires that towards the net. Scooped up by a winger, and they'll send it out of the zone. Morey and Lamers in 2-on-2 opportunity. Centered. That's deflected by a winger. Shot from the point. Save. Loose puck race. Shot. Nice little one-touch by Lamers, but kept in by Red Wing. Lamers in the corner. Sorry, Yank in the corner. Dozois digs that loose puck out. Knocked off his stick, kept in the zone by Red Wing. Puck still loose. Shot. That's gloved down by Blommel. Oh, for your Spartans, we have Brady, Brandt, Pendergast with Dinsmore and Brent Hogg at D. Loose puck on the dot, scooped up by Pendergast. Tries to move it up to Brady. That's ahead of him. Spartans will go in forecheck. Puck is deflected by Brandt, still loose. That comes out of the zone, and the Spartans will have to tag up. Brent Hogg off the boards, picked up by Pendergast. Pendergast beats one guy, still working around one guy. Puck is chipped off Dinsmore's stick, and Red Wing comes down 2-on-1. Brady back, hustling on the back check. He's knocked down in the corner. And then Pendergast gets dumped in the corner too. Brandt intercepts that. They hustle. They could have a 3-on-2. But they're gassed, so they're going to send that in low and get a change. Red Wing stepping up the physicality of the shift. Coming through. Piddock picks the pocket, comes through. Beats one guy, he's on his backhand, centers it. That's just behind the streaking Harding. Shot from the point, kept in, another shot. And the winger goalie is able to glove that down. Piddock in on the draw. He wins it back to Preby. Preby shot, blocked. Kept in by Preby. Bouncing puck, Harding tries to beat one guy, still with possession. Piddock into support. Kept in at the point. Bouncing puck in the slot. That goes through some skates. Wingers grab that. Coming across the red line. They'll send it in deep. Preby in. Chips it up to his brother. Piddock picks that up. Comes through. Tries to almost beat one guy. The Spartans are offsides, and they're going to have to tag up. Still offsides. And they're going to blow that one dead now. We have Morey, Brandt, and Lamers with Dinsmore Yank. Puck is won back. Lamers picks it up. Sent into the zone by Yank. Puck still loose. Morey's stuck in the zone. He's going to have to hustle to get on sides. Able to get on sides. Lamers come through. Sauces over to Morey. Just jumps off his stick. Lamers comes through the neutral zone, 2-on-2. Goes wide, shot. That's into some shin pads. Morey and Lamers trying to dig the puck out against three wingers. Brent Hogg in the neutral zone. He'll send it in deep. Spartans will get a fresh set of personnel out there. Anderson has a nice job stepping up, keeping it in. Shot from the side, sharp angle by Brady goes high and wide. Shot from the point, deflected wide. Anderson cycles that low to Pendergast. Pendergast up to Dozois, sends it back into Pendergast. Pendergast cross ice to Brady, wide open on the back door, one-timer. And he makes no mistake about that one and buries it. Nice play by your Spartans. Go back and take a look at the replay. Nice job working side to side, and Brady's able to bury that backdoor opportunity. Red Wing coming through the neutral zone. Drives wide. Piddock's able to intercept that. Turnover in the slot. Brandhog reverses. Moves it up to Dahl in his skates. Turnover in the slot. Puck rolls to the corner. Tipped in the near side wall. Dahl is able to not quite send that out of the zone. Or it does come out, and Red Wing has to tag up. Dahl fights through a winger check and sends that puck in deep. Red Wing looking for an outlet. Tries to send it. Tries to stretch the ice. Doesn't make it. Dahl with possession. Beats one guy. Tries to center. That goes behind the net. Sends it over to Preby. Preby tries to center. And that's deflected and goes to the side of the net. And the winger goaltender will jump on that one. We have Morey, Lamers, and Brandt with Dinsmore and Morey tries to go through some legs. Loose puck picked up by Lamers. Loose puck along the boards in front of the Spartan bench. Morey digging it. Goes through the legs of one winger defender. Then loses it. Puck is chipped up and out. Foot race between Preby and the winger. Winger goes down hard. Picked up by Lamers. 3-on-3. He makes a move to the middle. Tries to chip it up to Brandt. Puck's still bouncing. Puck's behind the net. Morey is able to grab it. Centers it to Brandt. Brandt from a sharp angle is trying to get over to Lamers on the back door. But the Red Wing goalie is able to intercept that pass. Brady steps in on this faceoff. He wins it over to Yank. Yank sends that into the corner. Goes wide after it. Not quite kept in. Almost an opportunity for Red Wing on that turnover. Dozois. Yank has to retreat in the Spartan zone. He'll send it back to his partner, Brandhog. Brandhog up to Pendergast, over to Brady. Knocked off his stick. Sent back in the zone, but that goes up and out of play. 4:53 left in the second period. Spartans are up 3-1. Shots in favor of your Spartans, 20-11. Piddock steps in the neutral zone faceoff. Wins it back to Brandhog. Brandhog to Yank, up to Harding. Harding chips that into the zone. Battle along the boards here. Puck spurts out of the zone. Yank picks it up, goes cross ice into Piddock's skates. Grabbed by Dahl. Now Harding will send that in low. Spartans will go in on the forecheck. Dahl in hard after it. Puck is rimmed around, kept in by Preby. Still a bouncing puck. We got a couple of wingers got behind the Mayo defenseman. There is something going on with the camera right now. We'll try to get that corrected. Picture's frozen. Should be fixed now. Brandt wins that faceoff back to Anderson. Anderson over to Pendergast. And it looks like I missed a penalty while I was trying to fix the clock. So Spartans are up on the power play. Brandt. Try to get it down low to Brandhog. Comes off his stick. Anderson goes wide. So tripping penalty on Red Wing. Pendergast mishandles the puck, and Red Wing sends that the length of the ice. Anderson through the neutral zone. Puck hits some snow, and Red Wing's able to gain possession. Pendergast has to go back. Pittock in the zone, 4-on-2 opportunity. All the Spartans got sucked in down low. Nobody was up high. 4-on-2 opportunity. Spartans aren't able to capitalize on that. Pendergast has to go all the way back behind his own net to grab that puck. Brady through the neutral zone, enters the zone, cuts to the middle, still with possession, walks in. Not able to get the shot off. He sends it back to Pittock. Pittock tries to go cross ice right on the stick of a Red Wing winger. Shot by Dinsmore, gets through, rebound, another shot by Pittock. Red Wing on their attempted clear sends it up and out of play, and we'll have a offensive zone faceoff with 20 seconds left on the power play. We have Pittock, Yank, Lamers with Morey and Dinsmore. Morey with possession. Sends it in low to Yank. Yank, shot. Gobbled up by the winger goaltender. Pittock wins that back. Yank makes one move, hooked. Another move, loses possession. Morey's able to keep that in. But the penalty expires, and we're back to 5-on-5 hockey. Dinsmore fires that puck in deep. Spartans are offsides and will have to tag up. Red Wing jumps around one guy, sends it to the slot, no one home. Goes to the far side corner. Picked off by Dinsmore. He exits the Spartan zone, moves it up to Morey. Morey elects to send that in deep. Lamers after it. Morey along the half wall. Preby walks to the middle, shot. Blocked before it gets there. Puck comes out of the zone. Morey will send that in low, and the Spartans will have to regroup. Preby around his net. Tries to hit Hardy, and that bounces over his stick and goes the length of the ice. .109 left in the second period. We'll have a face-off to the left-hand side of Colin Blommel. Bodell steps in on this face-off. Puck behind the net's picked up by Red Wing. Looking to center it. Goes out to the point. Shot turned into the corner by Blommel. Anderson puck still loose in the corner. Got a wide open winger in front of the net. Harding tries to center, intercepted. Comes out of the zone. Sent up and out by Brandhog. And we'll have a penalty on your Spartans. And as they gain possession, play is whistled dead. And we'll have, let's see what the penalty call is. A little confusion on who has to go to the box, and looks like it's number 21, Aiden Anderson, going to the box for a slash. So that'll put your Spartans on penalty. Well, there's seconds left in the second period. Dinsmore is able to clear the puck. Pendergast in hard after that one. And Red Wing will grab that puck and come out of the zone. Cross ice pass. Red Wing enters the zone. Dinsmore pins his guy along the boards. Pendergast is able to pick up that loose puck, and with that, time will expire. So Spartans will head to the locker room up 3-1 against Red Wing. Shots in favor of your Spartans 22-13. Shout out to our sponsors, Hiller's Flooring America, as well as Penn's Automotive and ETS. We'll have a word from our sponsors, and we'll be back shortly.
Hiller's Flooring America, your flooring destination.
Whether you're looking for carpet, pre-finished wood,
ceramic tile, stone, laminates,
waterproof, luxury vinyl plank and tile.
Come to Hiller's, 2909 South Broadway, where friends send friends.
When you buy a car from Penn's Automotive, sure, the lifetime powertrain warranty is important. You love the 7-day, 700-mile return policy, and the certified technicians and the on-site body shop let you know your vehicle is in good hands. But the real reason? The complimentary car washes with every vehicle. You know what's better than going through a free car wash? Going through it in the car, and we provide those too.
My name is Jake Kirsch. I'm the Director of Performance here at ETS Rochester. We've been super fortunate to collaborate with Mayo boys hockey for the last 6 years since we came to town. We've served dozens of the athletes that came through that program that have gone on to do amazing things, and it's been awesome to facilitate their training and help set them up for success.
My greatest change has been my speed. I've gotten a lot quicker. I'm a goalie, so I get to the puck quicker. Overall, I just feel a lot more comfortable. I feel a lot stronger, more confident. Training at ETS is more like one-on-one with the coaches. In other places, it's normally just one coach and like 20 kids.
I feel like the coaches push us a lot more here than at like any other gym.
I'd say the atmosphere is more intense.
I like how we have our own sheet here at ETS, individualized for each person to help us get better at what we need to get better at.
Something that's super important with hockey players and the exposures they get throughout the year of always being on the ice and playing is taking care of their body, and we're super fortunate to be the ones helping keep their bodies resilient, strong, fast, so they can take the athleticism development that they've gotten with us and transfer it to the ice. So with hockey specifically, all the opportunity to play throughout the year where they're always on the ice takes a ton of wear and tear on their body. And so with us being able to individualize programs that are built out, whether they're in season, out of season, helps keep them fast, keep them strong, keep them resilient so they can handle the demands of sport.
Yeah, being here at ETS, it feels like a family.
So from our team at ETS Rochester, we wish our Spartans good luck this year. Go dominate.
Teams have a fresh sheet of ice. Wingers are taking their warm-up laps. Spartans are up 3-1 going into the third period. We'll have to kill off 1:33 left on the penalty kill. Slashing call to Aiden Anderson. See what we have for personnel changes. Looks like we have number 28, Oliver Bassano, joining JV. You want this? Sure.
Whatever you want to do. I was tuning in on my way over. You did a good job. Face-off won by Piddock, but sneaks past the defenseman, but Dinsmore there to pick it up. He'll ring it high off the glass out to the neutral zone. Bounces around, picked up by a winger. He'll make one move, but lose the puck and sent right back the other direction by Ali Bassano. Now intercepted there by Piddock. Puck bouncing. Wingers gather and down in their own end. Bothered by Pendergast. Out to Bassano. His shot is wide. Wingers pick it off the boards. Pendergast doing a good job of back checking. Wingers bring it into the Spartan zone. That one's picked up by Bassano. He'll make one man miss with a little spinorama move, gaining some space, and he'll send it the length of the ice for the clear. Pendergast in there first. Wingers able to steal it away from him as they come behind their net, try to get something set up. Poked away by Lammers. He's still with it. He's got possession. He'll give it right out to Pendergast, and we get a hold now on the Spartans. Lammers is going to get called for a hold, and we'll get two guys in the box momentarily. He'll join Anderson, and it'll be a 5-on-3 with 13:51 remaining in the third period. Difficult position for the Spartans to be in. Holding on to a 2-goal lead. 5-on-3 for the next 25 seconds. Draws won by the Wingers. Back to the point. Long shot there, blocked in front. Here's another opportunity in the slot. That one's blocked. Hit traffic in front. Into the boards was Brandt. He got checked from behind. No call. And fortunately, that one's cleared by the Spartans Yank with 13:33. 5 seconds remaining in the period to the penalty to Anderson. Wingers try to make it through the middle. Brandt pokes that one away. That allows Brenhog to get the clear. And Anderson in after it as he comes out of the penalty box. He's ridden out and picked up by a winger in the corner. As they go to break out, still on the power play after the penalty to Lammers. That one's chipped up and out, and Brandt will send it the length of the ice. Morey hopping onto the ice. He'll be the first one. He'll steer the winger to the far side. Coming down the near side now as that cross ice pass. Long shot, misses the mark, rings around the boards and out. All the way to the neutral zone, chased by Dozois. Back to Yank. Yank with it, makes one man miss. He'll hold on to it smartly. Kill some time, and he'll give it D to Brenhog. Brenhog back to Yank. Yank looking up ice. And now he'll send it the length of the ice. 33 seconds remaining in the penalty kill. Morey there first, almost poked it away from the defenseman. And they'll skate it up into the Spartan zone. That one's blocked there by Bassano. And Dozois able to clear. He'll sneak back into his own zone and kill some more time. 12 seconds remaining in the penalty kill. As Bassano sets up behind his own net, he'll send it over to Dozois, up to Brenhog. Brenhog looking for a streaking Bassano. Bassano, toe drag off the crossbar and up and into the corner. And now the wingers right back in action as they come back, and the penalty ended to Lamers, and so 5-on-5 hockey now. Ooh, a big battle there with Aaron Harding against the boards, and his stick is lifted up and he goes into the boards, but hops right back up, and we'll get a face-off outside the zone with 11:30 remaining in the third period. 3-1 Spartans.
Spartans did a good job killing off that penalty.
Very difficult position to be in on a 5-on-3. 30 seconds or 25 seconds they were able to kill it off. And now the Spartans will be with 6 skaters. Trying to get a little bit extra advantage there. Anderson picks it up and sends it into the zone. Picked up behind the net by the wingers. Kept in by Yank from the blue line. That one shot blocked. Nearly had a 1-on-0 the other direction, but Yank able to pick his pocket and send it right back toward the Red Wing goalie, and we'll get a face-off to the far side of the Red Wing goaltender. Fionn Piddock in for the draw. He's with Pendergast and Preby. Anderson and Yank at the points. Face-off won by the Spartans. Yank picks it up at the half wall, sends it over to Piddock, and his shot's blocked, and now the Red Wings wingers come back the other direction. It's a 1-on-4, so he'll just try to dump it in, and Yank there to pick it up. And looking for the stretch pass to Anderson. That just misses the mark. Goalie tries to pass it up the near far side boards. That was picked up by Harding and sent in low. Picked off by Pendergast behind the net. Oh, he had Aaron Harding on the side of the net, but there was one winger in the way, so wasn't able to get it to him. He finds a man anyway, and Spartan's still able to forecheck this, keeping it in the zone. That was a good blue line stand by Anderson. Harding to Pendergast. The wingers pick that one off and then come back the other direction. Chipped up and into the zone, played by Blommel. Brenhog gets it up to Harding. Harding over the blue line, loses a handle on it, but that one's picked up by Brandt. His shot's blocked. Now Brandt sends it down into the corner for Pendergast. He takes a check. Brandt there to help. That one's poked out to Brenhog. Brenhog will hold, and then they sneak past Pendergast at the blue line. An opportunity for the wingers, but Blommel comes out smartly to play that puck. Now the wingers looking to send it right back in, delayed offsides. So they still have to clear. Brenhog picks it up. He's got Dahl on the far side, but just a little bit behind him. So the wingers send it back into the Spartan end, picked up by Dinsmore. Dinsmore around the net, gives it to Brenhog, looking for Harding. He's got him. It's a 1-on-2. Harding can beat him. Streaking, but splits the defenseman. Shot, pad, save. The wingers pick it up behind the net and looking to go the other direction. Streaking up the far side boards with it. The wingers, big hit there by Ali Bassano, looking to get it to the back door, and that one's played well by Dinsmore, and Brandt came back to help, and so that allows Colin Blommel to cover up, and we'll get a face-off to the far side of Colin Blommel, Spartan goaltender, with 9:07 remaining in the third period. Good back-checking by the Spartans. Morey for the draw. That one's won initially by Red Wing, but Preby able to pick the pocket of the winger, and That pass off the mark. Bassano looking for Maury as he was cutting up through the middle. And we're going to face off all the way back down in the Spartan end. To the near side this time of Colin Blommel. Maury in for the draw. 8:57 remaining in the third period. Maury draw won by the wingers. Shot then near side. Saved by Blommel. Now they go D to D looking to get it out. Bassano with the big check, picked up by Maury on the side. He streaks into the Red Wing zone, makes one man miss, trying to get it to Lamers, and that one was intercepted by a Red Wing winger as they try to come back the other direction. Picked up by Bassano in the neutral zone. Over to Preby, back to Bassano, looking up ice. He finds Dozois. Dozois will back up behind his Spartan goaltender net. That one's picked up in the slot, fortunately cleared. The wingers look to go right back up the near side boards and chip it into the zone. Picked up by Preby. Looking for Lammers. That one's picked off. The centering pass, shot, saved by Colin Blommel, and that winger was all alone on the backside of the net, so the Spartans fortunate there with 8:01 remaining in the third period that Blommel was able to get across and make the save. Now in for the draw for the Spartans, Fionn Pittock. Face-off bounces, but won by the Spartans. Yanked to Preby. Preby has his stick lifted, but he's able to maintain control and send it into the winger's end. Picked up there by Pendergast. He looks to center it. That one's picked off in the slot by the wingers. They come back 3-on-2. Looking to make a move on Anderson. Anderson, good poke check into the corner. That allows Pittock to pick it up behind the net. He was looking for Pendergast. Pendergast kind of angling away from the play, so the wingers pick it up and send it back in. Picked up by Yank, sent out through the neutral zone. Preby on the far side looking to get it in low and does so. Now he's out of the corner. Pendergast looking for an opening. He'll go behind the net, looking for a return pass there. That one's chipped up. And the wingers try to clear, but unable to do so. Now they're in the slot with it and nearly kept in by Anderson, and he'll send it back in, delayed offsides, but Preby clears, so the wingers not able to clear here. That one's picked up there by Brandt. Brandt wheeling and dealing. That one nearly hit a skate and went in. Brent Hogg down at the circle. That one's shot is blocked. Still working hard is Brent Hogg. Finally, they clear it all the way down the ice, and it's going to be picked up by Aaron Harding. Aaron Harding behind the net, coming up the near side. He was looking for Anderson. Anderson, one-touch pass to Dahl. That one's picked off. Now picked up by Brent Hogg. He'll send it over to Anderson. Anderson looking up ice. His pass off the mark, intercepted by the wingers. Dahl picks it up in the neutral zone. Nope. Bounces right back to a winger. They come in on the near side, looking on 3-on-2. Big check in the corner by Anderson. That one sneaks out into the slot, and Blommel lost it for a second, but fortunately he's able to cover it up. 6:05 remaining in the third period. Your Spartans 25 shots to the Red Wing Wingers 16. Still maintaining a 2-goal lead. It's 3-1 Spartans. 6:05 remaining. Brandt for the draw. That one bounces around. No one able to clearly get it. And finally, Brengnod picks it up. Oh, he was looking for a streaking Dahl, but intercepted by the wingers. Back the other direction. Shot and a save by Colin Blommel. 5:53 remaining in the third period after that glove hand save. Face off to the far side of the Spartan goaltender. Hopping out onto the ice for the Spartans, it'll be Maury, Dozois, and Lamers. Up front, Maury, that one's shot to the side as the puck laid in the dot for a second. Into the corner, big scrum for it. Nobody quite able to get a handle on it. Big check there by Lammers, but he's thrown to the ground by a winger. Looking to make a move into the front, but good defense by Preby and good defense there by Maury to be able to get it off. And I think Bassano's going to get called for interference here. As there was a little tomfoolery behind the net after the play. So Bassano will go to the box, and with 5:28 remaining in the third period, we're going to get a face-off inside the Spartan zone on the penalty kill. Lamer's in for the draw. Anderson behind him. They win it to Anderson. Anderson sent the length of the ice. Fielded by the winger goaltender. He looks to pass it up through the neutral zone. They finally gain the zone. Long shot there. Saved by Blommel. Picked up by Yank. He's not able to clear it, but Morey there. He's able to get it out in the zone. Lamer's there to try and keep it out of the zone, but wingers send it back in. Anderson picks it up. His shot blocked in front dangerously. Blommel forced to make a great save there. Morey picks it up behind the net. He was looking to chip it up and out, and that's off the half wall, and the wingers spin around and get right back into the zone. From the face-off dot, shot and a save by Blommel. Behind the net come the wingers looking for the Michigan. Picked up by Anderson. Now looking for the centering pass. Good defense there by Dozois. Kept in by the wingers. Shot, that whistles wide. Long shot. In the slot, and they're going to score as nobody was back. Anderson lost his footing, and there was no defensive presence in front of the net. Wingers have two guys. They make Blommel commit, and then up over the top of the glove on the against the Spartan goaltender, and it's 3-2 with 4:21 remaining in the third period. So wingers able to capitalize on that power play. And it looks like the Spartans are going to go to the box again. And this is exactly what we do not need. After that power play goal on Bassano's penalty, now we get another one. With 4:21 remaining in the third period, and the Spartans down a man again. Face-off won by the wingers. Intercepted by Pendergast, but his shot finds a winger, and they're able to enter the zone. Shot in the corner, scrum for it in the corner. Wingers pick it up. Behind the net, looking to set something up. Defended beautifully by Dinsmore. He rides him out in the corner. That allows Pendergast to clear. Wingers pick it up behind the net. Look for the long stretch pass on the blue line. Find it. They gain the Spartan zone. Pendergast able to pick it up. He'll send it to Brenhag. Brenhag will lift it up and out of the zone. That'll go the length of the ice. 1:17 remaining in the penalty kill. Wingers pick it up behind their net, looking to set something up. 1 minute remaining. Intercepted beautifully by Brenhag. He stepped right into it. Makes one man miss. Over to Pittock. Shot and just hit the glove hand side and whistles wide on that shot by Pittock. Dinsmore sends it the length of the ice again, and 48 seconds remaining in the penalty kill. That pass misses the mark, and this will be an icing. So 39 seconds remaining in the penalty kill for Anderson. And 3-2 Spartans.
It was a 3-on-1 opportunity on the penalty kill. Spartans were actually lucky that the puck went to the corner. Otherwise, we'd only had one man back.
So the Red Wing Ringers pick it up. They look to get it into the zone. That one's fought fiercely there by Preby, and he's able to keep it out. Now intercepted by Brandt. He'll send it into the winger zone. Down into the corner. Oh, Brandt picking the pocket of the winger. Looking for an opportunity there. The winger's able to chip it up and over everybody, and now they got a 1-on-3. And that one's blocked, and Puck was lost for a minute, so it'll be whistled dead. 5 seconds remaining in the penalty to Anderson. 2:26 in the period. 3-2 Spartans. Finn Morey in for the draw. He wins it to Yank. Yank able to get it out. And that'll do it for the penalty kill. And Spartans go 5-on-5. Ooh, the pocket is picked by Bo Dahl. Now allows Morey to pick it up. He was looking for the wraparound. Pad saved by the winger goalie. The winger's able to stick handle it out through the neutral zone. Defended there well by Brenhag, and that'll be offsides on the wingers, as Brenhag was able to clear it and wingers were not. And this is going to be a face-off all the way down in the wingers' end. So Spartans have another opportunity here on the face-off draw. Morey in for the draw. He pushes it forward. Wingers pick it up behind the net. Off the half wall. They come back 2-on-1. Opportunity for the wingers. Shot and
robbed.
I don't know how he saved it.
Robbed by
but that
Blommel.
was an unbelievable save.
He had him beat, and Blommel stuck his glove out, and they shot it right into his glove.
You know, he got Blommel moving to his right, and he just...
Yeah. Blommel just stuck that glove out there, and lucky he shot it right into the glove.
That was fortunate for the Spartans, because that was a dangerous opportunity on the 2-on-1. So Dinsmore picks it up in the corner. He'll sneaks out into the front, nearly into the slot, now into the half wall. Sent towards the net. Now into the corner. Fight for it along with the referee. Picked up by Bassano. Bassano will reverse course. He'll send it over to Lamers. Lamers looking to chip it up and around 5 for the wingers, but not able to do so. Picked up by Bassano behind the net. Now over to Lamers. Lamers looking for a pass to Piddock, finds him. Piddock was looking for Dozois, hops over his stick. Skate block there by Dozois, but the wingers get it in deep. Picked up by Bassano behind the net, and he'll send it toward the net, but picked off by the wingers on this. Oh, and Lammers is going to get the empty net goal, and he does. As he picked the pocket of the wingers, he's trying to get over to the red line, and that's fortunate for the Spartans as the goalie was pulled, and the wingers were applying a lot of pressure, but empty net goal by Lamers, and it's 4-2 Spartans. So keeping the streak alive for the Spartans. Face off, won by Dahl. He'll step around one guy. Into the corner, looking for the centering pass. He had Harding there on the near side doorstep. Was blocked by a Red Wing, but Dinsmore able to keep the line. Down in the corner, looking for the centering pass to Preby. That one's intercepted by a winger. Now Bassano with it. He sends it over to Dinsmore. Dinsmore looking up ice. He gets it to Harding. He chips it into the zone. Poked into the corner by the goaltender. Preby there first. Gives it to Dahl. Dahl looking for the centering pass. That one hops over a couple of sticks. Kept in by Dinsmore. Dinsmore's shot. Looking for the tip was Aaron Harding in front. Just misses it. Red Wing holding on to it, and that'll do it. As the Spartans will win this one 4-2. In a very close matchup against the Red Wing wingers. But fortunately, the Spartans end up on top with a 4-2 win, and Spartans remain undefeated since before Thanksgiving.
Yeah, what was the last loss? New Prague.
New Prague.
Yeah, 1-0.
And a close one, and before that it was Farmington. So they only have 2 losses on the season, and skating very well. And fortunate to get away with the win here, I think, at the end. The wingers applying a lot of pressure. But Blommel gets another win on that great save at the end. That would have tied it. certainly that would have made a big difference. So we'll be right back with the varsity game. That's to start at 7. But your Mayo Spartans junior varsity win it in a close one, 4-2 over the Red Wing Wingers.